Hello, and welcome to Lesson 8, Part 3 of 4. We're now going to move to profit and loss statement accounts. Throughout this section, I may also use the term income statement accounts. Profit and loss is the term that QuickBooks uses for the better-known report called an income statement. Traditional profit and loss statement accounts include income and expense accounts. Because we have set up our chart of accounts for LM2 reporting, we have also included cash receipt accounts that are not income, as well as cash disbursement accounts that are not expenses. Our profit and loss accounts have been set up for LM2 reporting. Let's look at a few LM2 specific reporting lines that are not technically income or expense items. On the cash receipt side, they are line 46, receipts on behalf of affiliates for transmittal to them, and line 47, receipts from members for disbursement on their behalf. Cash receipts reported on these lines are collected by the local union for the purpose of eventually being forwarded or sent to a member or affiliated organization. The local union would report the corresponding disbursement of these collected funds on line 63, disbursements to affiliates of funds collected on their behalf, or line 64, disbursements on behalf of individual members. This is a perfect example of cash receipts that are not income and cash disbursements that are not expenses. In collecting funds on behalf of an affiliate from line 46, or from members for disbursement on their behalf, line 47, the local union is acting as a collection agent, agreeing to accept the funds and subsequently send the money to the affiliate, line 63, or on behalf of a member, line 64. Our chart of accounts has 4 groupings of income and receipt accounts: member services, investment income, receipts on behalf of members or affiliates, and other income. The first grouping of income accounts is member services. The top level account is on line 31, 1364-100, and the sub-accounts follow from lines 32 through 44. The list below are the major accounts included in this section. Line 32 for local union member dues, and line 36 for local union working assessments are the primary and major accounts that most local unions will use. So let's take a look at a sample daily deposit report for April 2nd, 2020. This is for Local 123, and the total amount of receipts for the day was $680, of which there were 7 checks totaling $575 and 1 money order for $105. The $680 consisted of $580 for dues payments and $100 for initiation and reinstatement fees. $580 of local union dues will be posted to account 1364110, local union dues on line 32. $100 initiation fee will be posted to account 1384275, initiation and reinstatement fees on line 38. District Council income. Most of the income accounts in this section will not apply to a district council. District council income is typically based on per capita that is assessed to all local unions within the district council. Income would be posted to line 35, 1374120, per capita tax. Most of the accounts in this section would be marked inactive for a district council. Working assessments are the primary income source for a local union. Typically, working assessments are deducted from an employee's salary check. Each month, the employer sends the total amount deducted from the salary for all employees to the fund office. On a monthly basis, the fund office will send the total amount for working assessments to the local union. Working assessment income is posted to account 1384225 on line 36. Reporting problems that we have seen occur if the local union includes supplemental per capita as part of the working assessment. Some local unions have in their bylaws that supplemental per capita is a portion of the working assessment rate. The local would need to separate the supplemental per capita from the working assessment and report each item separately. Including supplemental income in the working assessment account effectively overstates income for the local union. Other issues could result if an overstated working assessment account was used as the base for budgeting purposes. Member assessments. We have included 3 placeholder member assessment accounts on our chart of accounts, which are listed on lines 41 through 43. 41, local union assessments. 42, other assessments. 43, member assessments. We have included the top 3 descriptions that we have seen on audit reports. We are assuming that the assessment description is taken from a local union's bylaws and decided to include 3 options for our chart of accounts. If your local union has a member assessment that is titled differently, you would rename one of the placeholder accounts and you would make the other 2 accounts inactive. If your local union sells t-shirts, hats, tools, or similar merchandise to your members, you would post receipts for these items to account 1394400, sale of member supplies, clothing, logos, etc. on line 44. If the local union collects sales tax for the sale of these items, you would not report sales tax in this category. Lesson 18 will discuss procedures for reporting sales tax. The next income section is investment income, which starts at line 45, investment income gains. We have our typical investment income, which would be bank account interest, investment interest, or dividend income. If your local union's investments are with an outside investment manager, you more than likely record monthly or quarterly entries for the realized or unrealized gain on the sale of investments. Unrealized gain is generally reported if your local union is on the accrual basis and you want to record the change in the market value. Because our chart of account is set up for LM2 reporting, we do not report unrealized losses or realized losses in this section of the chart of accounts. We will talk about these later under disbursements. The next grouping of accounts begins with top-level account receipts on behalf of members and affiliates, and the sub-accounts are listed from lines 52 through 57. This section is a combination of 2 lines on the LM2 report, which are line 46, receipts on behalf of affiliates for transmittal to them, and line 47, receipts from members for disbursement on their behalf. Amounts posted in this section will be disbursed to a member or an affiliate in the corresponding expense and disbursements section of the chart of accounts. We decided to combine these LM2 reporting lines together into one section because of the 250 account limitation. In addition, this is one of the exceptions that we made in following the LM2 reporting lines. And finally, this is also an area in which we see a lot of reporting discrepancies. Locals receiving funds that have been collected on behalf of members or affiliates will typically transfer the collected funds to members or affiliates. Receipts posted in this section would not be considered income for your local union. The local union is acting as an agent on behalf of your members or your affiliates and will send these receipts on later. Line 53, account 1464710, International Supplemental Per Capita. Supplemental per capita receipts from the fund office or employer group is an example where we see a lot of reporting errors. This was discussed earlier in the working assessments section. The error occurs when the local union does not separate working assessments from supplemental per capita and reports the total amount received as working assessments. International death benefit claims is another example of receipts collected on behalf of. The local union will receive the international's death benefit claim payment and then will subsequently disperse the amount received to the deceased member's beneficiaries. Receipt of the international death benefit claim payment should be reported in account 1464730, line 55. Again, this is not considered income to the local union. In this case, the local is acting as the agent for the deceased member. Line 56, collected on behalf of members, has been added as a placeholder account. For example, the business manager passes the hat at a meeting or event to take special collections for charitable organization that the local union works with, such as the St. Jude's Hospital, or for a local political candidate that the local union supports. All money collected at these events would be sent to the recipient. Line 57, reimbursements from affiliates. Any receipts posted to this account would be subsequently dispersed. For example, the local union sent a $10,000 contribution to the Ironworkers Disaster Relief Fund on behalf of the local union and all of their affiliates. The training fund sends $1,000 to the local union for their portion. The receipt of the training fund's money would be recorded on line 57. The last income grouping is other income, which begins on line 58 and goes through line 76. Most of the accounts in this section are typical miscellaneous income items. We have included typical accounts seen on audit reports, such as administrative fees, grants, which would include impact grants, outside organizing, or third-party grants that a local union may obtain, grievance proceeds or restitution payments, local union events such as a ticketed event or a fundraiser, local union scholarship receipts, and finally, vendor refunds or vendor receipts. Another item that would be included in this group of other income would be the receipt of reimbursements from affiliates for expenses that have been incurred by the local union. For example, International Organizing Fund reimbursements to the local union for district council organizers that are on the local union payroll but under the International's organizing umbrella. The local union would pay the salaries, per diem, fringe benefits, and travel costs for the district council organizer, and the International would reimburse for these amounts. Another example is for the local union's training fund. The JAC may reimburse for the rent and salary and fringe benefits of a full-time paid local union officer for the time that he devotes to training activities. Errors occur when the receipt of these types of reimbursements are posted in member services or in the Receipts on Behalf of section. So, in the example for a JAC reimbursement, we do not actually have an account set up for training fund reimbursements. So let's go ahead and add that account to our chart of accounts. So on the Ironworkers chart of accounts right now, we have 1484,840, which would be where you would post a district council organizer reimbursement from the international. And then we go into local union death assessments collected. To add the new account, we would insert a line here for account number 1484843 and title it JAC Reimbursements. Okay, we're going to move into the next section, which is called Cost of Goods Sold. In this section, you would record the purchase of merchandise such as hats or t-shirts or ironworker tools that are subsequently sold to members. Transactions posted in this section can be used to track inventory, which will be discussed in Lesson 16. By using the inventory feature, the local union can track the profitability of items that are sold. Reporting errors occur if the local union would report the purchase of the merchandise for resale as an expense for the local union. Merchandise is often purchased with the intention of selling part of that purchase to members and the remainder to be used as promotional items in a giveaway at an event such as a Labor Day event or an organizing recruitment event. Giving away the product in these examples would be recorded as a promotional expense to the local union. Throughout this series of training, we have various lessons that will address the sale of merchandise and inventory tracking, as well as writing off expense items. These are Lesson 15, Products and Services and Inventory Tracking, Lesson 16, Customers' Invoices and Sales Receipts, Lesson 18, Sales Taxes, and Lesson 23, Journal Entries. This is the end of Lesson 8, Part 3 of 4.